Hi, welcome to the CGY750 for JR and Spektrum guys. And in this video series, we're going to talk about using the SBE-1. And it's a device that converts the JR signal to something that the CGY750 can understand. Now, the SBE-1 can be used with any Sbus device, but the only one that us helicopter guys are interested in is the CGY750 at this point. I'm going to have 4 segments. I'm going to have this first segment is going to show you how to hook it up and set your Sbus options. In the second segment, we're going to talk about getting the servos going the right direction and some other menu items in the CGY750. In the third segment, we're going to talk about making the governor work with the Spektrum DX7 and the CGY750. And then in the fourth segment, we'll talk about the tail rotor. So let's get started. Okay, look at your SBE-1 and you'll notice that it has a lot of plugs, and each one has a number, 1 through 10. Each one of these plugs is assigned a default value or channel. You can find the default on page 89 of the CGY750 manual, 89 and 90. That you can see channel 1 is aileron, channel 2 is elevator, channel 3 is throttle, 4 is rudder, channel 6 is pitch or aux 1. Your aileron gain will be disabled. That's channel 9. It'll be inhibited rather. Channel 10 is elevator gain. That will be inhibited. Channel 5 is the rudder gain. We'll use that one. Channel 7 will be RPM. We will use that one to set the governor speed. And channel 8 is governor sensitivity. We are going to inhibit that. So we're going to inhibit channels 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to use the rest of them. Now these tabs, these plugs have a tab on them. We want to cut that off. And to cut it off, we're going to use these electrical wire cutters. Now, I'm doing this left-handed, so wish me luck. But it's just a matter of getting it as close to the plug as you can and then cut it off. And now that plug will fit in your Spektrum or JR receiver. Now we're going to plug these in to the channels on the receiver. I'm going to do that and we'll come back. Now that we have all the plugs from the SBE-1 going into the receiver and power, now we're going to hook up the servos and the SBE-1 to the gyro. I've plugged the Sbus cable from the SBE-1 into the Sbus port on the CGY750. The governor sensor is plugged right here. The gyro sensor's this big plug and it plugs here. And then the aileron, elevator, collective, and throttle plug here. And the rudder servo plugs here. I don't have a rudder servo hooked up right now, but that's where it would plug. The first thing we want to do is go into the Sbus menu. And we want to inhibit any channels that we're not going to be using. Aileron gain, I've inhibited that. Elevator gain, I've inhibited that. Now, if you've got a 9, 10, or 11 channel radio, you can figure out how to use those extra channels to control these gains. Rudder gains channel 5. But let's just say that, and I didn't show you how to inhibit these, you simply, now that's inhibited. We're going to set that back to channel 5. Now we're back at the main screen. In the next segment, we're going to talk about getting the servos going the right direction. And we're going to go through the swash set menu and get everything set up.